Things have been pretty chaotic and rough for me for the last several months, with no real sign of changing. And I'm getting tired of feeling like I have no control of my life. I want to start making my own changes and be able to point my life in certain directions, and especially just to feel like I have some forward momentum, like I'm building on something. So New Year's Day this year, I went out to a tea house to try and just organize some plans and intentions for the year. Stagnation is something I've always struggled with, especially just my whole adult life, but it gets especially bad when I am in difficult situations, which I'm kind of in the thick of right now. I don't want to get into it too much, but basically in the last few months, my town was hit with a natural disaster and I lost my job, all of my savings that I had built up this year, and still have not been able to get any unemployment or financial assistance. So in this situation, I don't want to fall into old habits of stagnation and helplessness. I'm really trying to push through and make some progress on creative pursuits, and in just gaining knowledge and developing skills, which I think is really critical in cases like this, especially when I don't really feel like I can make any progress in just my regular life. I really want to feel some sense of progress, because I just feel really out of control in the rest of my life right now. And I have three main things I like to work on this year, just three kind of broad things. Number one is being consistent with putting out videos, ideally weekly, but just as often as I reasonably can. And this feels like the easiest to do because I'm not fighting with my own perfectionism. I don't really have strict visions for the videos. I really just want to document and share my experiences and hopefully connect to some other people through this. And I also just want to be better connected with my own thoughts and feelings and try and just get over this weird embarrassment of sharing my life by becoming more able to just articulate my feelings through these videos. I went crazy in the steering wheel.
And also apparently, like, when a lot of bugs and stuff go like do whatever they do during the winter, a lot of the leaves are their beds where they put eggs and stuff.
It's kids.
I know. Why are you making us work so hard for a worse life? It's just making things worse for me and everything else.
Me and the bugs.
Me and the bugs are not enjoying this. I don't know, I just thought it was very interesting that, like, Asheville Waste is saying, please, we're not going to tell you not to, but please reconsider giving us your leaves. Which is why we fucking bag leaves, because our neighbor, the person right across the street from my parents' house who's lived there as long as we have, is a yard freak. You know, we went home for Christmas. Our yards like look like this, in like half dying grass because it's winter, and then his is just bright green, not a leaf inside. Yeah, someone would like park on the side of the road. He like come up to our house. He's like, "It's a car, has this license plate. They need to get off my grass." He would like be out there. He's retired, of course, out there all hours of the day. Has the sprinklers. He's bagging his leaves all the time. Not one leaf is allowed.
Get the new air in. I feel like I get it for like 1 second and then I get it out. And the second thing I'd like to work on is being more consistent with learning Japanese, which is something I have studied off and on for several years now, but I don't feel like I have anything concrete to show for it. I'd really like to just get a solid basic foundation and be able to learn by consuming Japanese media, just reading, watching things, listening to things, which is a skill I feel like I'm just on the cusp of, but since I'm so slow at it, and it takes a lot of effort, I often just shy away from even trying. So I think if I can just get a little bit faster, increase my understanding just a little bit, I think I'll kind of get over that edge and start being able to have more fun with learning by reading and listening more. And doing that would help me want to study more, just because it would be more enjoyable and not such a slog, and I'm hoping that will just kind of feed into itself and create a positive loop. And the third big thing I'd like to work on is learning and recording music as time allows, when I'm not working on the first two things, which are at the moment more important to me. This is another task that I have been very inconsistent about. It's definitely been more of a priority in past years, but at the moment I'd like to just do it as I can and not throw it by the wayside too much, but I'm not really focusing on that too hard. Compared to making videos, I have a much stricter vision for the types of music recordings that I'm doing, and because of that I often just don't really feel like making it happen, because it is a lot more work, and especially more tedious, less fun work to make that happen. But I do still have a lot of ideas and a lot of musical projects that I have been working on either in my head, or I've got halfway finished projects in the works, and I do want to be more steady with that and just work on that as I can, and not just have such long breaks in between projects like I usually end up doing. And that was a whole lot of words to basically say that I am going to be more steady and consistent this year, and to make real tangible progress in the things that I work on. I want to keep myself accountable by putting this out there into the YouTube void for whatever that's worth. And I think that just speaking this out loud makes it a little more real, and it helps to get the intentions out of my head and out into the world and into practice.
30 seconds to launch.
Oh, 2 hours.